Hey, there we go. Back in Barovia. And the town of Valaki. Now with extra bits I've actually added on, like the name and directions to Lake Zarovich, should you wish to go and hunt for rather...
Strahd von Zarovich.
I was going to say hunting for violent fishermen. You know, the the Mad
I'm a
Mage.
violent fisherman.
No, the Mad Mage across the
Of course.
across the waters, electrifying the water, you know, lightning bolt fishing. All right. So today we have your favorite burb, our favorite burb, for all intents and purposes, the best burb, Krieg, on recap duty. Take it away, good sir.
Okay. So last time I think we wrapped up in Blinsky's. And we made a kind of shocking discovery about these dolls that Isaac is commissioning. And made a mad dash back to the Blue Water Inn to inform Irina and to advise her to stay well clear of the Burgermeister's tea appointment. We also took note of her meetings with the accountant.
Yes.
The name escapes me.
Vasily von Holtz.
Vasily, that's it. And
What a silly name.
We went to the fairgrounds. Would be the best way to describe them from my perspective.
The stockyard.
Yes.
I was like, I don't remember it being that fun.
There is a carnival wagon there, but
yes, yeah,
it does not become a carnival because of its mere presence.
Right.
I'm afraid.
Well, we were looking for
attitude
carnival.
Oh yeah,
We were looking for Rictavio.
Leviosa. I
But,
didn't disappoint you that time, did I?
Was nowhere to be found.
It's like bloody Okator and Critical Role. It's like every time it's
Leviosa.
like Leviosa. Sorry, go on.
No. But we found no Rictavio. But we did find a very nice
Rictavi,
merchant.
no. Haha.
Sold us some lovely hats.
It's gonna be a night.
One of those nights.
You should have seen my last D&D game I DM'd. Oh boy, it was... So that energy is going to continue on through here, it seems.
Brilliant.
It's been running as in the class.
So
That's the energy I will bring here.
Anta got some social conditioning in interacting with the...
That sounds way more sinister than what I remember happening.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's not the intent of the behavior was definitely very wholesome.
Yes.
But the execution was a little jarring. But she did her best. So
He really tried.
yeah. We scored some lovely hats. All the while, Xenakis was in search of his missing pies.
Did he find?
You were ransacking the bedroom.
Yeah.
Alas, to no avail.
No.
That means not wrecked the bedroom enough.
That's very funny.
Next up, the floorboards.
Yes.
They go down and says, Danica, do you have a crowbar?
Hi, Danica. This is going to sound a little bit questionable. You're just going to have to trust me, okay?
Let's see. From there, on our way out, we made a stop by Rictavio's cart,
Yes.
which seemed to house something very big quite monstrous. The cart is covered in blood and quite damaged on the outside. Well,
Let's
splattered.
walk that back a little bit. there's a little bit of blood was discovered. Yes.
Right. This isn't a carry situation.
It's not like the Akink circus. Blood,
Oh, yeah.
blood.
Cheese.
Much better chance.
We were promptly chased off by the merchant and made our way to the town square, where we came upon several Valachian citizens in the stocks for malicious unhappiness.
Indeed.
Making big money.
How dare they?
So
The stocks
There
and
was
market.
a confrontation regarding
Bring
Isaac's
that back up.
and Vanta landed herself in the stocks
Good job.
for her line of questioning regarding Isaac's
I'm not sure
confrontation.
what the plan is there. I did rewatch it. Still don't know what the plan was there.
we wanted to get close to the prisoners because they were going to have some kind of insight. Now here's the thing, I forgot, in the week that's passed, I've forgotten exactly what the stroke of genius was. It was like really...
I rewatched that again like an hour ago, and I don't think there was a stroke of genius involved.
I think
You are fundamentally wrong, though.
I think it was mainly Asara saying, "Hey, Vanta, take it to 11," and then you just being so delighted by that.
Vanta will do what she's told. There you go.
But Asara's face, like, as she's like, she just triggered this whole thing. She's like, "Vanta, take it to 11," and then you started taking it to 11, and then Steph's face just was like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
No.
Maybe I should have suggested like an 8.
Take it to 7.5.
And I think that was the last thing, and the rest of us were ushered off by the guards.
Indeed.
And Isaac told us to make ourselves scarce and to go see the burgomaster.
Yes.
Honor our appointment.
Fair to your afternoon tea. Yes. Now, where are we at here? Let us drop back in here. Okay. So, yes, indeed, you come back to the scene that we left last time, as I've put up on the thing there. You see the drab grey town square. Surrounded by pretty nice buildings. And remember, Vlak is in much better condition than the village of Barovia was. And we see Vanta, her hat rescued by Asara, if memory serves me right.
Yes.
Her hair bedraggled, matted with rotted vegetable matter. Matted with matter. Sounds like a cookbook. No. And hanging forlornly around her face. But beneath the sad-looking edifice, I think Vanta's face is probably with a certain grin of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Underneath that hair. Aha! My first stocks.
Is it Vanta's first dark song?
Oh, good question.
She's probably accidentally been put in here before.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's what I was thinking.
Is that the one? I just realised I had these from Daiso. Of all places.
You got them
yeah.
from time, so that's like 100 yen
Yeah,
shop.
they actually look kind of legit. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
There you go. Excellent.
Now,
Have to find the dice.
are you ready?
Ta-da!
Lovely.
They show up
Excellent.
against the black of the hat so well. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
Oh,
god.
this is awesome.
So Vanta's in the stocks.
Yeah, here we are.
Look.
Perfect. So, you're hanging there. You see
But-
the. I think next to you is the next most recent addition to the stocks, which is the gate clerk.
Gate clerk.
Yes.
Gate clerk.
Ah. We're not supposed to talk.
We're talking now. Who's going to stop us?
He's like, with his head, he's like, him, and he like gestures to a guard that's there.
He only has mere weapons. It takes more than that to hurt me.
Not me.
Fair point, but we're having a nice conversation now, aren't we? No one's noticed. I roll a stealth check.
Indeed.
No.
Didn't sound promising.
No.
It's questionable. Hang on. Yes. So, fun story. It's not a 1. It's not a 2. It's actually not terrible. But it's not amazing. It is 14.
Okay.
Pretty good.
The
Medium bad.
passive
Medium
perception of the guards, because he's not trying to overhear you. The passive protection of these guards is 12. So there is a certain amount of hubbub in the square. There's still a few people trying to make look good in front of the guards and in front of Isaac, going boo, boo, malicious unhappiness. You
Ah.
suck.
Really.
Zenicus too? Oh jeez.
Yeah.
What are you
He's
doing
not
there?
there. I'm just playing like I'm not there, so I'm playing a random NPC.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Boo.
Yes, get him. Just
Stuff.
it's what they deserve.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Do we have fake beards like the Life of Brian ladies?
Yes.
Oh, I like your beard. Where'd you get yours?
What are you talking about, fake beards? I got so much cosplay going on right now. Anyway, so one of my ears fell off. Gate clerk. And to speak with you. I've come here on a noble mission from the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Now, here is the catch of that. I'm not quite certain where she has taken me, but she has taken me here.
Right.
So, whatever information it is you are,
Am I
you are
also a pawn in
hiding
her game?
beneath. Yes, you are. You just have to make your peace with that and find your own way to get through life. I recommend service to her, but that's not the point right now. You see,
Okay.
I don't know why we're here,
I-
but we are,
I-
which means you have information that you are hiding from me, which we need to discuss. So,
I beg your pardon?
tell me all your secrets.
What?
Now,
Why?
All of them.
tell me your secrets.
Um,
We do not want to know the horrors that will befall you if you don't. They are unspeakable, mostly because I don't know what they are, but they'll probably happen.
you must absolutely promise not to tell the authorities or anything, okay?
I won't tell a single soul except the Raven Queen in confession.
Okay. Here goes.
Okay.
On occasion, I take the office quills home from work.
Right.
How could you do that? It's horrible.
I'm sorry.
Just that there's like a tomato hits his head just perfectly.
They're listening to us. We have to shut up, shut up, shut up.
No, you are truly a vicious criminal, sir. You deserve to be here, like yourself.
None of them
So
were
I
raven
understand.
feathers, I promise.
Oh, then I don't give a care. So, anything else? More? I need more information. Think more mages and the devil and the burgomaster having a secret obsession with a woman from beyond these walls. Consider those things, sir,
The burgomaster is happily
and
married.
speak their truth. No. Does he have any children?
Yes. A son.
How many? Who? When? What age?
One son.
Other questions I ask. One son. How old is he?
I don't know how old. He very rarely leaves the house. Some people mention strange green lights and things up in the attic of the house. But that's the kind of talk that gets people in here.
You're already in here. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Get ranked up to the next level.
What's the next step?
Just
Beatings.
like two I'm gonna say there's 2 floors of stocks. Like some of them are just like hanging.
The hierarchy of the stocks.
And there's no
Second floor.
and there's nothing to hold you, put your feet on. So you're just
Yes,
like,
it's just like hanging there.
That would suck. No, I mean, there's. There, looks around furtively. There's talk of sometimes prisoners being taken to the Burgomaster's mansion
How did they get taken away?
by the
What
guards.
is the decision process?
And looking at him the wrong way, and anything, and just we all have to be on our best
understand.
behavior all the time.
I understand. I've never hated anyone more than I've hated the Burgomaster. Good lord. The man.
Shut
He
up!
is a
Shut up! Shut up!
festering ball of flesh. He is. The Raven Queen wouldn't even want him if he was a corpse on the ground to peck at. And they go on like that until they notice. And I will allow the others their chance to do what they need to do.
So 3-person party. It's all good.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage as the guard puts the butt of his spear in your face.
Ow, oh god, that hurts. But
You're
here's the
pretty
thing,
low.
my soul is untouchable as I
don't-
am protected by the Queen. So nothing can break me.
Stop
You'll have to
talking,
admit.
unless you want to
Nothing
die
breaks
in there.
I'd rather die in the mansion.
You clearly got a very vicious tomato to the head.
Consider it.
Keep your mouth shut, or I'll call Isaac back.
She opens her mouth very, very wide.
He's like puts the butt of his spear under it and tries to like lift your jaw. No.
You can't stop
No.
me. I have the Raven Queen and enemy on my side.
Our view zooms away from that scene.
I was gonna say, just as it's considered away, like a tomato clearly thrown at one of the prisoners hits the guard.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Xenocus is there, he has to.
Yeah.
So, our view pulls away from where, from that particular interaction, to where Krigg and Asara are. ...
Dead.
Oh dear,
They died on the road.
I miss them dearly.
So quick. You didn't even see it coming. That wagon of cabbages, it just upturned itself. How could that happen?
My cabbage.
Yes. The cabbages
Buried.
were the real loss. They were very
Buried
large
in
and
Beats
had
by
lots of
Dre.
prizes and farm shows.
So, Krigg, what are you doing after you dig your way out of the cabbages?
Actually,
I'm most sorry, I didn't see you. You stepped right out into the middle of the road.
it's fine.
I have to deliver all of these to throw at the people in the stocks.
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you this wasn't the first time this happened, but
Go. I thought you'd been terribly injured. You're some kind of monster.
thank you.
Come on, you'll give me crap for not reacting to you last time. So I'm
No, that's
compensating.
totally fine.
I'm making up for lost reactions last week.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Sorry.
You
It's like,
are
oh.
free.
You have some cabbage leaves in your plumage there.
Oh, no big deal. And like in kind of retaliation for the negative monster comment, he'll like give his wings like a good shit like stern shit.
Flutter.
Yeah. Like
The
knock it out.
the cartier is just like and then Isaac catches up with you because you've been stopped by this sudden
Sure, yeah.
accident that befell you with out of the blue, and he's like, "Stop menacing the people of the town. Get back to the Blue Water Inn. Oh, I'll take you myself."
Okay.
And he grabs you by the kind of scruff of your neck and like pulls you out of the cabbages. He's like, "You too, elf woman."
We do have one more back at the Blue Water Inn. We were headed that way to go pick him up on the way.
And the visiting dignitary from Barovia?
She's actually a little under the weather, and I wouldn't want the Burgermeister to catch anything before the festival coming.
Give me a deception check.
Certainly.
Good one, though.
Just the one.
Uh, 17.
Oh, good job.
Okay.
Good shit.
Sick. She's taken ill?
Only slightly.
Did you not take care of her on the road? Were you not in charge of her care while you were traveling here?
Oh, certainly. Actually, she ended up doing some more protecting of us at one point, but we made sure she was fed and warm. I can't speak for this anomaly.
Well, maybe we'll have to postpone. The whole reason for you going to the mansion is so that she can greet the Baron. I believe I was gruffer than this last week. Excuse me.
Only
I also had a cold last week.
only slightly.
It's cleared up.
Non-issue.
Maybe he gave it.
He hasn't met
Tell
her.
you what.
Still.
Let us go check on her. We have to pick up our compatriot at the Blue Water Inn anyway.
Oh,
Maybe
you'll
she's
check on
doing
her
okay.
all right. As soon as I take you back there. And he starts marching you up the road. If you look at the map there, you remember. Let's take away this town square for a second. You remember that you are here in the square is here,
Right.
and this terrible accident befell you up here,
Okay.
and it is just a little further up to the Blue Water Inn, which is right slap bang in the middle here. Not the Burgomaster's house, which is apparently this orange-roofed one here, right next to this much larger, nicer building here.
Yeah,
That's his garden, like his indoor garden, like that's his
Oh, I see.
botanical garden.
I see. It's like Kew Gardens, like the hot house.
Yeah.
Okay. We were walking around that Kew Gardens hot house, and the boys are running around all over the place having a good time. We came across Ray, who had decided it was way too hot in the greenhouse, and just taken off his top. He was just like running around the elevated walkways, like whirling his t-shirt over his head.
nice.
All right,
Like,
excellent.
Having a good time.
Yeah. When in London. Do you like the Londoners?
live the life.
I want everyone to know my deception modifier is 0. So that was
Oh,
Straight
that is
17.
impressive, actually.
Mhm.
Vanta is also 0 charisma.
sweating a little bit.
Asara, like
You can say
once you
not here, we're doomed.
once
Yeah.
you've turned your backs and you're like making your way ahead of him towards the Blue Water Inn, like Asara looks over and catches your eye and she's like, not bad.
I think our Sarah's our talky person.
I'm clearly rubbing off on you.
Craig is also
Clearly
like
rubbing
very
off on
slightly relieved and or pleased with Isaac basically carrying him to the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah. It's just
Which, because it means he doesn't have to walk. It's the closest to flying.
yeah.
It is a really good compromise.
Yep. Pissing off Isaac so you can fly. However small amount of altitude it is. Now, if you'll remember, we left the end of the session last time with a cutscene for us players as Vasily von Holtz was bidding farewell to Irina
I do
at
recall.
the doorway to the Blue Water Inn. And it is upon this scene that you are hastily approaching. Now, Isaac is focused on you and Asara and has not seen Irina yet. But you and Asara, looking ahead, do see that Irina is in the doorway outside, saying goodbye to Vasily.
How far away are we?
Like 50 meters.
Enough for a fireball.
100 meters.
I like he's like checking. He's like, yeah, it is enough for a fire.
And fast approaching.
Oh, you're muted.
Can't hear me.
I want to try to get a couple of my like fey bugs like over there to like pull on her shirt to like get her inside.
You feel that they're not that strong,
Okay.
and B, that two glowing bugs flying off would definitely draw Izik's gaze in that direction.
Fair enough.
Watch out, there's another cart.
Get out of my way, dumbass!
Where did you come from? You
These turnips aren't moving themselves.
That one definitely
Fly
came
back to Barovia.
definitely came through the mists recently.
Yeah.
I'm going to like let's see. All right, I'm going to drop my bow and like quiver on the ground.
Why was the first thing that came into my head? I'm going to drop my pants. I don't know why.
Also on you, Craig
Sure
doesn't wear.
there are any pants. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I pull off all of my feathers.
Oh, wow. Pluck
Molt
myself.
instantaneously.
Instantaneously feather drop.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to like kind of let it just like fall off of me.
So when we become super amazingly popular and have to make Krieg action figures, is there a button on the back that makes all the feathers drop off?
I feel like that would be a huge pain in the ass to put back together.
Yeah, well, it was like the best ever toy when we were kids. It was like the speeder bikes from Endor, and they had the little, in Star Wars, and they had the little button on the back, so you could just press it, and the whole thing just went whoosh into pieces, into like 6 pieces. It was amazing.
Oh my god!
That's great.
When you were pretending to fly them into trees. Yes. So you do that, and can you give me? Let's see. Give me a dex. Give me a dex check.
Okay.
Just to see how well.
17.
17. I'm gonna have Izek do a dex save.
Okay.
8. Okay.
He tripped.
Yeah, so you drop it. You drop your bow perfectly, and it goes. You're being kind of hoisted in the air a little bit, so it goes under you, and then tangles up in Izek's legs, and he falls. Now, I'm sorry, you're gonna take 1 bludgeoning as he falls on top of
That's
you.
okay.
He's like,
Those damn cabbages.
"You stupid bird!" He quickly shoves himself up, like pushing off you, like pushing your face into the cobblestones, and he's like, "Pick up your things and on your feet."
Yep, you got it. Sorry about that, boss.
You finish up there, and so I'm trying to decide if it was enough. I'm trying to think, is it enough? Has Arena gone back inside?
Right.
Give me. Actually, I know how we can do this. Give me your Dream Pie saving throw, and let's see how on the ball you
Okay.
are.
So is this just a straight D20?
No, it's a
It's a con save, right?
Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
So I do mine now as well.
22.
Say again.
22.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yes, we're at Xenicus.
Hey, my first good one. That's a 21.
Hey.
Okay.
All my pie checks have been dire, so the first good one.
Good, because you ate pie yesterday, so the DC was higher than it was yesterday.
I see.
Now, the good news is those definitely pass, even with a raised DC 22 and just what was yours
21.
21.
21.
Yeah, that's plenty.
18.
I don't think you realised the DC was actually 27.
So
I got 28.
the good news is the good news for Asara is that neither of you have any inkling to eat pie. You may if you find them and choose to do so. But
We are cured of pie lust.
For
For
now.
now.
You can't do that at the same time.
stereo.
I think The Shining.
Come play with us, Crick.
It is Halloween. though.
Ever
From the stocks.
and ever.
All work and no pies makes Craig a dull boy.
I did send you
I
that
think
Crayon
you-
Shinchan shining
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So
so good. Okay. Anywho, you are fully grasped of your faculties and senses. You don't have the pie shakes. You managed to pull this off as you had intended, and
Still talking about all your feathers.
Pie shakes just sounds like the worst ever milkshake.
Hey guys, welcome to Pie Shakes. What can I do for you?
Oh no, like apple pie shakes are. That's a thing.
Meat pie shake.
so as you manage to pick yourself up and rather sorely pick yourself off the floor from being crushed a bit, you look up and see that Vasily and Irina have parted ways, and she seems to have gone back inside.
There's no way someone sus didn't see her looking fine. That's all.
So, Isaac herds you on with his giant battle axe. And you arrive back at the Blue Water Inn. Now, I'll tell the Baron that our visitor is not feeling well, and we shall reschedule.
Lovely. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but again, I wouldn't want the Burgermeister to come down with anything pre-festival. I don't think that would make anyone very happy.
That's probably for the best. Now, don't go bothering any more cart drivers or cabbage deliveries.
I will do exactly what I can.
Carry that bow properly. And remember,
I'm gonna get this thing fixed today.
be happy.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
He stomps off towards the Burgomaster's house.
Who is in the lobby immediately?
In the tavern,
Yeah.
in the room. Danika's there, clearing up the last. It seems like the last people have left after lunch. Xenicus, have you come back down after not finding anything?
Yeah, he probably is. He'd probably just be sitting having a drink.
Yeah, actually, you're probably the last to finish eating because you didn't eat with the others because you were busy searching.
Yeah. He's finishing up his drink from his late meal.
Mm-hmm.
Craig is gonna gesture to the door and be like, "You guys get a load of that guy?"
No?
Well, we did.
Oh.
Venta got a lot.
And
Wow.
Irina's with Xenicus as well. So she's like, so, what did you think of Vasily? I think he's fascinating.
he seems really nice.
Yeah, and you basically you caught the tail end of them having lunch together, and they
Doesn't seem a
were
little keen.
talking about she was asking him about history, and he seems to know a lot, and he lent her a book, the book that was mentioned last week about the lost town of Berez to the south.
Of course.
And the as he left, you heard him. Last time, I said it on the end of the session, but you also heard him as they were leaving, promising to tell Irina more about the ghosts of the Blue Water Inn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this. That she's ill plan, do I?
I think in this brief, she had started I think you'd asked her what the plan was and what But I mean, let's talk it. She comes back from saying goodbye to Vasily and sits down. Such a refreshing, change of pace with having some nice company.
Yeah.
Oh, someone get shot at that, would you?
Oh my god.
That was so rude.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Destroy.
There we go.
Grazie.
Yeah, so
like Zedekus is just like, it takes it as if he yesterday this would have been a slap of the face, but now he's in spring and he's just he just laughs it off.
Yeah, she was referring to to compared to the village of Barovia,
But that's what to think at first he was like, oh yeah, then you don't mean us. Okay. Like, hey,
that's okay. So she's he's coming back for dinner. Apparently he has some of the rarest wine from the Wizard of Wines that's still left over.
The Wizard of Wine.
But keep it quiet because there's no wine in the inn, so everyone will want it.
The wonderful Wizard
But
of
if
Wine.
he's coming here, won't they see it?
But he'll be there to protect it. He's quite the swordsman, apparently.
that's interesting.
Oh, hey. But remember, you're supposed to be playing L.
Yes, I'm going. Apparently, I'm not allowed to go and see the Burgomaster. Asara's quite bossy, isn't she?
It's right there.
They haven't arrived yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because you said hey, I was just like, right there. I wouldn't say bossy. Determined?
A go-getter?
Motivated.
Assertive.
Indeed.
Asara! They come in the door.
That's a bitch. Come on. I know this woman. I know these people in real life.
And she greets both of you. You go over and join them. Where's Vanta?
Now, where's Fanta?
She went a little wild in the town square and
Wait. Do you mean wild for us or wild for Vanta?
You say to the lycanthrope.
That.
Maybe wild for us. But she...
So how many people died?
No, nothing like that. But she did piss off big ol' Izek and landed herself in the stocks. Malicious unhappiness.
I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that the one you warned me about? Isn't that... Am I hiding from this man?
Yeah. What's the plan there?
Yeah, I guess we need to flush that out a little more. Hopefully, Vanta is collecting some information for us.
And how do we expect to get that?
Cut away to Vanta in the stocks.
According to plan.
And there's this one time I took home 3 peacock feathers.
You fiend, sir.
Sorry.
Get me out of here! I don't deserve to be with these madmen!
This guy's a monster!
Jonathan.
Yeah, but is it possible that this is it? Arena had never met this. Is it that she drew? Is it possible that they have no idea that that's who she is? This figure that they have, the art
I
that she
highly
had.
doubt it. He was asking some pretty pointed questions when I told him that she was under the weather.
I mean, he was expecting her.
Yes, I was supposed to visit there, and this is a fairly big deal. Of the two towns reaching out to each other like this. I'm happy to pretend today, but I don't think I can delay much more than tomorrow.
They'll probably send like some mook around to kind of check up on her, like a physician or something.
Right?
And that's fair.
And if I'm caught in a lie,
However-
that could severely damage the relations between the two towns.
The only thing that made it a little more fishy than what you had insinuated was that I named Irina's sickness in a way that we didn't want the Burgermeister catching anything before the festival, and he completely shrugged that off. He had no concern about the Burgermeister. He only asked about Irina. So I think he does know you.
Okay. Yeah. We'll have to.
Inside.
I mean, there will be what, 4 of us? Well, 3 of us if Fanta's in the stocks. Plus, I'm sure that. I mean, it's definitely creepy. Might not necessarily be malicious.
And I could see that. I mean, I was originally willing to accept it as a weird coincidence, but I don't know. And like you said, we don't really have any reason to think that it's malicious. Just
How are all these towns? Is there like family lines between each of the towns? Is there like, how does that work? Like, is there a chance that maybe there was an unknown like betrothal arrangement between the towns or something that you never knew about?
There are
That never worked out, maybe?
No, I would have heard about it, I'm sure. I mean, there
You
are
got
several
married.
old family lines. I believe there is another very historied line here in Valaki, the Lady Watchta.
What's that? What you talking about?
Their family has a very long history in Barovia, and the burgomaster's Baron Velakovich here. His family goes back a long way. But our family is not an old noble line. We came into that position later on. Mostly the burgomasters are chosen, elected in, but Valaki is the first one that seems to have gone hereditary. I think I enjoyed it. Hereditary. It's got 2 R's in it. Hereditary. Yes, it's very strange for the burgomaster to pass the position on to his son. Although I suppose my brother has done the same, if not by choice.
Is your brother's replacement only a temporary arrangement until an election is held?
We shall have to see how the people react to his stewardship, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I wish him the best.
Thank you. But we do need the support of places like Valaki if Barovia is to shrug off. Maybe we can learn from their all will be well. Well,
Yes.
so
Would you like
seems to work wonders around here.
Barovia to be as happy as here?
Maybe a little more naturally so, huh?
now that I can agree with.
And
I'm
you
sure
see
Santa's having a great laugh.
Danica waves off some guy that was sat over in the far corner. And she's like, okay, Vladislav, yes. Yes, take care. Yes, my love to dear Vola. And this last customer leaves. Did you find our other guest?
Santa?
Mr. Liviosa?
Ah, Rictavio. No.
I don't know.
There was a merchant.
I don't know how long to keep. I don't know how long to keep his lunch for him, and of course his wolf steaks.
Oh well, I mean, we wouldn't want those to go cold.
But they're raw. He always takes away 2 raw wolf steaks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bird, and that's disgusting.
Yeah, that seems fine to me.
Uncivilized.
Apparently they're not for him. He has some kind of pet. I've heard.
Oh,
Quite the menagerie. Can you believe when he first arrived, he tried to bring a monkey in here?
a monkey?
Yes. We told
Did
him
he sell it?
We told him it wasn't worth it. It wasn't welcome.
Did he sell it?
I don't know. But he came back without it.
That Blinsky fella has one.
Yeah.
Maybe they came to some arrangement, or I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Everyone who is connected.
I'd ask him if we
A
could
web
find him.
conspiracy.
You should see my notes, Emma.
I would pay to.
I did. We did pay a visit to his cart.
Was he there?
No, something was there.
Oh, it must be the pet.
Whatever it is, it must be big. It was knocking around in that cart like
Some of them not.
a bull, like a bull.
A bull?
Big.
Well, I'm glad you didn't try and bring that here. I mean, it must be fairly large. I mean, it goes through 6 wolf steaks a day.
A day?
2 every meal.
That must be why the thing was so pissed off.
Missed its
That's what it
lunch.
said.
Maybe you should take it for him.
Not the only one who's gone missing recently, is it?
Hmm.
Is that like a normal thing here?
What are you talking about?
Isn't a fisherman missing?
Who else has gone missing?
Fisherman?
No. I mean, you said not the only person?
Well, isn't Victavio?
Well,
Like
he's
he's
just-
not shown up for lunch and
He's just
not
off.
fed its pet?
I mean, it's been gone a couple of hours. Sometimes he leaves town.
No? Without feeding his pet or sending someone to do so?
I guess it can just deal with it until evening. He's never asked us to do it. I'll put the wolf steaks in the cellar. Keep them cool. It's not like it's ever particularly hot around here.
That's true.
Now,
Also, have you seen this woman? And he pulls out the doll.
This woman. I mean, what do you mean? Is this modeled on somebody?
Quite possibly.
Is it one of Blinsky's?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard he does fashion his dolls after people he's seen in town sometimes. Maybe I'll be
Actually,
worthy of a doll someday.
Definitely. But have you seen this one?
Ulrich, now the other one's flirting. Lucky
Holding
me.
up the doll.
Spoiled for choice. Lady Vantar, your good self.
Oh, I don't think Lady Vanta's a problem anymore.
Oh, yeah, but you, what happened? You said she made Isaac angry?
Yeah.
Is she okay?
I think she'll be okay.
Well,
She just
Take me to the mansion.
Is she in the stocks?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
No one bats an eye.
How long does that usually last?
A few days.
Days.
That's
Yes.
a bit longer than I think any of us were counting on.
I've heard a few days in game can feel like months in real life.
Yeah. It's got to be there in like at least 8 to 10 sessions.
Well, I'm sure
Levels
that
even.
Isaac will want us all to be there for the appointment.
I think Vanta needs to learn her lesson. I'm going to switch to XP so she doesn't get any of the XP.
Nah, you loved it.
I'm sure we can negotiate with Isaac.
Are you sure that's the way to go?
Maybe you could like say that you would like there if you're the honored guest.
I do think Irina would have some weight to throw around here.
Look, we can get Vantar out of the stocks, but she'll have to go into hiding. She won't be able to move freely around the town.
I think we try the arena's recommendation first.
So, have Irina petitioned the burgomaster?
And apologize on behalf of. We can make a letter of apology for not reining Vanta in.
Maybe that's the way to go.
I don't think keeping Vanta the streets for eternity is ever going to work. People on the streets that need to hear the good word.
He knows.
She nods. And remember, there's a good deal of raven about all of the Martikovs. Yeah. They have raven feathers in their hair, and so you remember that picture.
Yep, got it up already. Indeed. So I don't think that she would resist the urge to speak the good word. So I think trying to do this as diplomatically as possible would be the best option.
Now that
I can get behind that.
Now that Vladislav has finally finished up his final pie, and just one I made, a meat pie. I baked them this morning. Remember, I baked the cake. I also baked some pies for lunch. You've had a slice.
Is that what that was?
That sounds good.
Now,
what pies went missing in your establishment? I hope your insurance covers this.
Pulls a chair over, ignoring you completely, and sits down. Now, Asara, as I believe you wished, particularly, we need to talk about certain locales and locations that you have been frequenting. Admittedly, without full knowledge. Now, what on earth made you feel like a trip up to a spooky old windmill was a good idea?
Vanta.
Asara hits you.
Going on about the raven. Like the Raven Queen pointed the way.
She turns, she's like, these two tried some of the old lady's pies back in the village of Barovia.
I was going to wait till the next day, but Craig convinced me of how good.
Danica says, just raises an eyebrow at you.
Which is true.
It's true.
We were worried that they were being sold in the village of Barovia. Lady Irina, once your mission here is accomplished, you need to get back, or at least send word to your brother that can no longer happen. You cannot allow that old lady to spread her evil.
You want a monopoly of pies, I see. You don't want the business to spread. You're selling your pies, and you want competition. Makes sense.
Look. You would want our pies to be the only ones available too, if you knew
Yeah, it was good.
ingredients.
What
Kidney.
exactly?
Is in your pies?
Kidney.
Damn it, Seneca. No, their pies. What's in their pies?
The filling is exactly what they say it is to be.
Dreams?
Local game, meat, fruits, various types they have. It is the pastry.
What?
Have you perchance heard the other name for that windmill? It has another name.
I haven't.
Is it in the log?
No.
Because we have the deed, don't we?
No,
Would it be written on the deed?
No, 'cause it's more of a nickname.
Ah, okay.
And it certainly was given that name after that deed was drawn up.
Okay.
It is an ancient deed. No. We, and others who know, refer to that place as the Old Bone Grinder.
You were eating kid things, but it's bones, not meat. You guys have been eating bones.
Those pies are made without flour.
That's impressive. Okay.
Good lord. I heard that you blonde men were a bit dumb. Not you, Sarah, don't worry. Good
Men.
lord. You should have stuck with your hair you had yesterday.
Wait a second. Blondes aren't done. That's fine.
This one is.
It was me laughing until
This
I
one.
realised.
Yeah, sorry. You can play a Sarah there. Blonde's not dumb. It's like, no, not you, Sarah, dear. You clearly aren't. This blonde is dumb. This particular one.
That wasn't a dumb statement. I just said it was. I mean, to get a fluffy pastry with grounded bone is impressive.
Really. That's your takeaway.
There's other
Yeah,
takeaways,
Does
but
this have anything to do with giants?
I'm sorry.
My grandpa told me a story once about giants grinding bones to make bread. I don't remember the whole thing.
I wouldn't put it past them. Maybe ask Rictavio for a tale or two tonight. I'm sure he has tales such as that. I've never heard of giants here in Barovia, thank goodness.
but why bones?
It's part of their foul magics. You heard what Rictavio said this morning?
I was looking for pies at the time.
Stop messing with hags. His exact words.
Sense makes.
That old lady that travels to the village of Barovia and her two daughters are hags.
I
Foul
would explain why the bird was
magic
it.
casters. Evil magic casters
Oh,
who sell those pies, get the poor village people addicted. Where do you think those children come from? The villagers of Barovia can't afford that kind of price for pies just regularly.
You're saying that they sell children for pies?
They give away their own children.
For pies? That's too much.
And she looks very satisfied that you're saying that. Like it kind of shows that you're beginning to kick any dependency. And she's like, yes, I'm glad you think so. Craig, how do you feel?
This is the kind of evil that I don't think I can let. This is despicable.
That we should find and destroy the pies that we had.
No, what do we need to do?
What if some they are out
Maybe.
around in the village?
Maybe you'll be able to help us here. We need to go up there and to rescue any ingredients.
Now?
That's where they keep them. They fatten them up.
We were there for ages. We would have heard something.
Were they fattening us up? They were.
They fatten up the children because they don't put any meat in the pies from there, but they keep that for themselves.
My God.
Like hags are something you don't deal with unless they're separated and ambushed. You can't attack a windmill of 3 hags.
You're right. We keep an eye on the place. We can be aware if the mother leaves again. And Irina, we can get word to your brother quickly if you wish that he's not to allow that woman into the town anymore. I warn you, there would be some resistance from some of the townsfolk who are addicted. Yes, Cynicus?
Just want to go back to a previous question I asked that I didn't get an answer to.
What?
Who is this we?
My family.
Okay.
Asthmatikovs are fairly prevalent. It is Erwin's family that runs the Wizard of Wines. His father.
Ah.
Unfortunately, you won't hear that from him because they've had a falling out.
That's
That's why I asked you to go there and see what's happened, because Erwin wanted to ask you himself, stubborn idiot.
I explain why the wine's all dried up.
Well, no, it's not being delivered anywhere. We've heard people came in from oh crap, what's the other town called?
Is it? Oh, sorry, I just had it in my head there.
It starts with an L.
Not correct.
Oh, yeah, Krisk. There we go, thank you. Sorry, it doesn't have an L at all. Yes, Krisk has had the same, apparently.
Mm.
I'm worried about my in-laws. They're good people, despite certain frictions at the moment. But it's only a momentary thing. It happens from time to time.
Are they far?
Not too far, no. You could reach there within a day.
I think after me,
Yeah.
maybe while you guys are scouting out to the windmill and finding out when's best, we should
What are you going to do?
see them.
What are you going to do this afternoon? Are you going to talk about your friend in the stocks, or are you just going to leave her there?
Or we're going to try and get her out of the stocks and then probably deliver a name day present.
But what are you doing with Irina? Irina needs to be there, surely.
I was going to present a letter because she was sick on her bed. Like, you've got a stamp, don't you, Marina? Seal?
Yes, I can seal the letter.
Perfect.
We can give a letter on behalf, an apology of being sick, and that you'll be available. You should be, after a good night's rest, you should be ready, and whenever the burgomaster is free to see you, and apologize for your staff actions.
Maybe Irina should deliver it to Isaac or someone to take to the burgomaster. It seems very suspicious I think it would seem very suspicious if there's no sight or sound of her.
It's more like we have. Can we make you pretend to be sick then? Because they think she's sick.
I did downplay it a little bit. Said
There's
it wasn't
something else.
anything too terribly serious.
There's something else going on, and we wanted to just check it out before the meeting.
What?
Something else.
Oh, come on. I've shared a great deal of information with you. Let this go 2
You're
ways.
absolutely right. Danica, I think it's only right that we're forthcoming. There's nobody else here, so...
Oh yeah,
We've
the
got
president.
reason to believe that Isaac is somewhat obsessed with Irina. It seems that he regularly commissions older and older looking dolls from Mr. Blinsky in Irina's spitting image.
Dolls of Irina. Why?
It's what we wanted to find out first before the meeting.
He refused to divulge any information, claiming some kind of doll maker client privilege. I don't know. But Isaac isn't exactly approachable, and
I understand that. Right. Well. I see. I mean, if she's to meet him and hand this letter over and explain herself directly, maybe it could happen here, somewhere very public and very safe.
I think if it happens, that's a good idea, for sure.
We could all say that, like, when we got back, that she seemed to be feeling a lot better.
That works.
I mean, say she was in bed all morning.
Maybe a
Just
good,
needed-
healthy meal from the great inn.
Well,
Cheer her up.
our reputation will help there.
So maybe we can suggest like there, but just if he would come and would like to have a chat with her, and just so that he can check that she seems 100% fine before meeting the burgomaster.
Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe say that she's feeling better and would like Isaac to check if she's okay, and if he thinks she'd be okay to see the burgomaster or not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe leave it until later in the afternoon.
Yes.
Sure. I think it'll make him feel a bit better for us to defer to his opinion on this as well. So
Yes, that's a good
seems
suggestion.
the type.
Oh, boys, get out of there. Her boys run out from under the table, and they have.
They're spies.
You didn't notice, Craig, but they do each have about 5 of your leg feathers. They're very slowly.
It's getting close to that season anyway. They can have them.
And she's like, well, that seems like a plan. Is there anything else you want to do before that?
Well, God, I can't think of anything at this point.
Lady
like
Lady
we have-
Irina, if you'll come with me and pen that letter to send to your brother, I will have it sent to the village of Barovia at once.
It's like a plan.
Maybe she's the
Her and Irina go over to her table, and she's writing, like Irina's dictating, and she's writing and like giving advice and saying, "Oh, maybe say this."
Rewrites and such.
Danica does know Isaac better, so
Actually, Irina's writing it herself because for her brother. This is for her brother. I'm sorry, so he sees.
right.
So he sees
Yeah.
it in her hand. Yeah.
Yeah, the other letter would be different. But
And
I
they
guess
finish
we
up.
have to find Izzet and tell him about a meeting later on. Oh no, we were going to go do that in the afternoon.
And you, yeah, they finish up writing that, and she folds the letter and seals it, and Danica takes it. And she's like, and if you could, if you want to write that letter to Izik, I'll give it a look when I come back. Just a moment. And she goes off out the back, out into the family quarters section of the inn, and you kind of hear her off in the back, off in the distance there. Actually, Xenicus, you hear this with your keen hearing. Right, it's hearing and smell, isn't it? Or is it just smell?
I think it's hearing as well. I'll double check for you. Which part is that in? Hearing or smell, correct.
Yes, right. So with your keen werewolf hearing, you do hear off in the background calling for someone called Muriel.
Muriel.
Good old Muriel.
And she disappears, but and reappears in a while. Right, well, that will be delivered. Now, Irina, did you finish? Let me look. Xenicus, Krieger, anything you want to say?
No, other than that, feels like we've got a pretty good plan of action.
The band has insurance.
Yes, let's go back to the stocks, shall we?
Because here's the thing, you guys all know that this is possibilities and your plans are changing, but Vanta is going off the idea that you guys are still going to go. So she doesn't know any of this, so her mission is to get sent to the Burgomaster's mansion, and she's making that happen in any way that she can. Now, do I have Izik's attention yet?
Izik's not there. He left with Krig and Asara.
Who looks like they're the most in charge?
There's a guard nearby. Mm-hmm.
Okay, does he look really in charge?
The one that give you a smack.
Cool. Right. Here is what I would like to do. I've been having a little think about it. And I think what I want to do is all the vegetables on my face. Now, would you call a vegetable an object?
Indeed.
I start to fix the vegetables. They reform and start falling off of my face as I mend them by being like...
Mending?
I'm mending the vegetables. And I would like to say... Oh, wait, hang on. Hark. I come with the blessings of the Raven Queen. She works in me. See her power. And I'm just like, flop, flop, vegetables, carrots, cabbage. Because I feel like I've been hit a lot. Trust my words when I say the Burgomaster will not bring you happiness. And I'm trying to get the guard to come over.
No, as soon as you say that, he's like, I told you to shut up or you'll get the end of my spear again.
I don't want the end of your spear. I want to go to the mansion. Then I'll shut up.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The mansion means level 2.
Let's take you to level 11.
I'm sorry, but there aren't any executions until the festival, the day after tomorrow.
Oh.
Okay, well then take me to the mansion first. And if execution is written in my fates, then we'll have to wait a little bit. Why are you being so impatient? Come on, take me to the mansion.
Why on earth do you want to be physically punished as opposed to just this? What is wrong with you? He's just
from what I understand, there's plenty wrong with me, but this is one of the things I think is actually going quite right. No, you don't understand. I need to be taken to the mansion.
Why?
That is the only place I can see that is befitting of my crimes.
Well, you have to wait until Izix gets back.
When's it coming back?
I don't know.
Why don't you know? You are an insufferable guard with low
Because
competence.
he's in charge of us. We're not in charge of him.
Take charge of your own fate. Have you ever heard of the Raven Queen?
I don't want to be in there.
Plenty of people worship the Raven Queen here.
Yes.
Yes.
Mother of Ravens, yes.
Mother of Ravens. take charge of your own fate.
Hate to skip out on the end of this lovely Nickelodeon, but I have to slip out.
No worries.
See you guys later.
Yeah, take it easy.
Goodbye.
What's... Look. Give me a persuasion check.
It's really, really bad. Can I pray for guidance? Can I pray for guidance?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Interesting.
What's the total?
10.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the road. Could go either way, you could say. Maybe the Raven Queen has a raise in your future.
Look. When Isaac gets back, I will tell him that you are ready to confess to greater crimes and must be taken to the mansion at once.
Perfect.
Is that okay?
Yes, I'm already guilty of greater crimes anyway, so it's not even a lie for me.
Crazy woman.
Yes. That's all.
And after a while, Isaac does come back. Back into the... And the guard is like, Mr. Strahd, sir. And he comes over, he's like, what is it? Is she giving you trouble? He's like, not... Apparently she has committed greater crimes and is willing to confess. And wants to confess to the burgomaster. And Isaac kind of gets a grim look on him, and he's like, well, it's not exactly what I would have wished on her, but if she insists.
God.
And he comes over, and there's a rattle and a clang as the chains and padlock are undone, and the weight of the stocks is lifted off your wrists and neck, and you are hoisted upright with a rather nasty pang in your back after being in a strange position for so long. Look, the guards told me you were doing some kind of magic. And you kind of glances down at the intact vegetables on the ground.
Reform another one.
Look, stop that! Or I'll be forced to use my abilities. He lets fire play over his clawed hand. Looks like a nice hat you've got there. I would hate for something to happen to it.
Don't you dare.
How very dare you.
Two can play this game. Or three. So, he hoists you and walks briskly. You kind of half keep up, half get hauled along. And you are walking towards the Burgomaster's mansion.
Okay. What I'm hoping for is there's some serendipitous passing of ways between the group and us as they go off to do her thing, do Arena's thing. But
I think we're going to be going to look for it. Is it probably back at the stocks?
Cool. We'll start.
Because that's the only place we know you to have seen him.
Here's
that
what,
works because if you're walking,
here's the next thing Vanta will say, which is that my group has crimes. They're all criminals.
Oh my god!
God damn you!
Stealing quills. What do you think? I think humanoid under their Kriegers. He's covered in quills.
Is this the kind of people the leaders of the village of Barovia consort with? Maybe relations between the two towns would be a mistake.
No, I don't. I don't understand why you need something as feeble as relationships between towns. We all know that the only true connection one can make is to the Raven Queen, so I don't
You're
see the
clearly
point.
very new here. You do not know what we go through with the devil looming over us all constantly.
Devil.
A patrol of guards is coming from the other direction. He's like, "You lot, with me. Carry this one." And he throws you at them. You kind of like stumble over, and they grab onto you and grab onto your arms and like hold them behind your back and kind of march you along. He's like, "With me. We need to round up her comrades."
And we're just coming down the street like, oh, hello!
And they start marching towards the Blue Water Inn at the same point as you three, I guess all three of you, are leaving with Arena's letter to deliver to Izek.
Yeah. And we're like, when we see him, we're like happily like waving. Zenekas is happily waving towards him.
So you see Izek Strahd with his battle axe, as nearly as tall as he is, with his clawed hand, and behind them Vanter hanging between a variety of town guard.
Zenekas is not actually like worried about that because he's presumed that she's got herself into trouble, not that he's got him into trouble.
And as you're
we're trying to
marching,
get the letter to hopefully get her out of trouble.
as you're marching down the street, there is a
I make a
convenient.
kind of like,
Yes.
I make a kind of smile and put up 2 fingers to insinuate 11.
Asara looks worried, having seen what 11 is already. And there's a rather convenient let's see,
Vegetable
roundabout.
cart?
You're roundabout here,
Mm-hmm.
and these two
Cabbages.
buildings are right up against the edge of the road here. And hang on, let me just sort something here. And as you're making your way down the road, and you see Vanta coming with the rest of them towards you, Zenekas, Izek reaches out his clawed hand, and he's like, "There are 2 ways this goes. All of you get up against that wall, facing it right now. Or I put you through the wall." Twice. Now!
Why am I actually so shocked?
don't actually know what
knew
he
what
said.
was going to happen. Okay.
Can you repeat that? I can't.
Oh
hear what
lol!
you
I forgot I didn't get the benefits of a long rest.
He's like you get up against the wall, or he'll put you through the wall.
Cool, he definitely, like, Zenekas does it. He's like,
Oh, I'm a dumb shit.
what's happened?
Did that spear knock you unconscious?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No, it didn't knock me unconscious. I have
Okay.
1 spell slot left, and there's a spell I could have used
Oh,
to really get out of the situation very easily.
Well, that's it. Here we are.
Zenekas does what he's told.
Okay, and Asara's is like, "Oh, God, gods," and
You did tell her to go up to 11.
it's not what I meant. And Krieg
I
is like,
told them we still quills.
Krieg kind of like leans over to you, Zenekas. He's like, I could fly away and get help.
From who?
These other Aarakocra they've seen. Maybe they'll help. I don't know.
That is the kind of thing.
Honestly think that diplomacy and the Burgomaster and Arena are our best shot here. And he's just like staring daggers through like all of the guards at Vanta.
At that point, Izek's just like, he's like, "Stop talking."
She mouths, I can go invisible.
Shaking his head, just in disappointment.
And
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
And you are all held. You're not manacled or anything, but you are held with your arms are held behind your back by guards, 2 on each of you.
Seneca's is still being very joyful and happy like he was before. Just trying to really give that image of like, this is not for malicious unhappiness, clearly.
What are these crimes that your partner in crime here has confessed to?
I mean, I don't think we've committed any crimes against this place. Or Barovia. It could be more of a general, like, maybe like stole some bread when we were children to feed our families type scenario.
Let me extrapolate
I
more in front of
really
that.
don't think that's a good idea.
Let me be silent in front of the Burgomaster.
He says to you, and like Xenicus, with his kind of like way of thinking, he thinks of you as like the leader.
And
the
I can imagine Sarah just like
military-looking one. Yeah. It's like, and he's like, you tell me right now, or I pull the wings off that bird of yours. And I get a 24 for intimidation.
I'm not sure. Is that for me?
Yes.
Against what is
you.
that against my? What is that? Is that wisdom or?
I don't know that we could test it against really. I guess Constitution.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like a charisma saving throw to kind of keep.
A charisma save would be cool.
Maybe. Actually, my weakest saving throw. I don't know. I should have just stuck with con, but it doesn't feel like actual bodily harm.
True.
So I'll say a charisma weight saving throw. So, it's a 15. It's not bad. 14 plus 1.
But not 24.
It's not 24. No.
So
I would have had to have done a deck save to have had any chance of beating that.
How do you react?
So he was being like that's because he did what he said something like answer me or like we'll pluck that. I think he's like we haven't done anything to harm you or your people or the town of Barovia.
Okay, and that's true. So you know he believes that even whatever happens with an insight check, and he's like then what is she? He turns. Are you still there?
I am still there,
Okay, you haven't used it,
and
okay.
here's what I say. I want to look at Xenicus, and I want to do exactly what I did with the Tsar, which is try and figure out what they want me to do.
I mean, we're not going to be able to speak to you.
I will tell you exactly what I meant. What do you...
That's exactly what he's trying to do to you. He has no idea how you're...
Insight check him.
Yes.
I'm rolling like shit today. Oh, she's rolling like shit today. Oh, she's rolling like shit today. My passive insight is 16. However, I rolled an 11.
Okay. What does she think you're looking like, Xenicus?
I mean, I think like the most basic version of what he's trying to take is please don't dig this hole any further. I think that's the most basic version of what he was trying to get at.
That's fine.
All I am attempting to do is confess my crime of being too discontented. I will personally face the Burgomaster and take responsibility. However, if functioning alone is not my strong suit, these
I get this like
things
Sarah and Xenicus are nodding at that part.
are best conducted with a group of no less than 3 handlers who understand me. And I've got...
Well, I don't.
I think that I need the help.
Look.
I am looking. I haven't blinked since you said to look the first time.
It's quite
I
disconcerting.
don't know what you're not seeing. My eyes are crying, but I feel fine.
I will take you back and get you lot off the streets. And you are getting quite strange looks from people who are passing by, and you know, word had gone around town that there were new people in town, but yeah, it's like ooh, yeah, and then, but you know the way people are looking, but then as soon as like any attention is put their way, they're like averting their eyes and like scuttling away, like not wanting to be seen. To
may I speak?
What?
Sir? The reason we were coming was actually to speak to you.
About what?
We went back to the inn, and it seems that after a good rest, that the Lady Arena's feeling a bit better, and she wanted to ask you if you felt she didn't want any harm to come to the Burgomaster, and wanted to make sure that that if you felt that she was healthy enough that maybe a visit could be arranged tomorrow. And she gave us a letter to give to you. It's in my jerkin.
It's too late today.
Yeah, that's... We were talking maybe tomorrow or something, yes. And she also wanted to apologize, and we wanted to apologize for that one.
How is this supposed to happen?
We would say sorry.
No, I mean, her. How is she supposed to apologize to me?
Lady Arena?
Yes.
We were going to ask if you were willing to come to the tavern and make sure that she was healthy enough for the Burgomaster to make sure, like, you're ahead of his security, and it would be, of course, the best to make sure that he is safe tomorrow, if she was ill in the past.
Well, I am done dealing with her through you imbeciles.
What? Yeah.
He's
like trying to pass the letter. He's trying to get to the letter while he's being held.
It's already too late to visit the Burgomaster today. Besides, I already cancelled. And he does not like things to be flip-flopped around like that.
Yeah. Why we're thinking tomorrow, maybe, if she's feeling up to it, and if you feel that she's
I'll be the judge of that. Move!
What I wanted.
And you're hauled off the wall and pushed back towards the blue water. Don't try anything.
Like ever in my entire life again, or can I attempt new skills?
The guards like shake you. The ones that hold you, they're like, "Shut up, you."
Things I want to pursue in life.
And they
like Asara's just like stepping daggers.
they march you back to the Blue Water Inn.
I'm sure Craig is killing himself laughing.
Yeah, all I can say is I'm sorry.
Zedicus right now would normally be killing himself laughing if he wasn't scared that his friend Craig would get his wings chopped off.
Well, we'll protect Craig.
So, he is taking you back. You're at the door. How do you proceed?
I mean, have they let us go in terms of like, because they were holding us like against the wall last?
Yeah, are we?
They'll still. No, they'll get to the door and is it called like hammer on the door? Martikov, open the door. We need to come in and speak with your guests from Barovia. And you hear Danica like, okay, just a moment. And you think she's
Did
like
you find out anything about those pies? Or...
double checking that Arena's okay, ready. And you hear the latch on the door. and you are pushed through the doorway. And Danica backs away quickly as you are all just thrown into the tap room. And you see Arena stand. She was sitting at a table over towards the bar, but she stands up and she's wearing her formal clothes, and she just puts one hand on her other wrist in front of her and stands there, looking official. And the guards kind of march in behind you as you're thrown in, and kind of line against the walls on the right and left. And then
I'm keeping good luck on his face, so when he see how Isaac looks when he sees Arena.
Isaac stoops through the doorway,
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
and as he straightens up, his eyes adjust. He says, "My Lady Kolyanovich, thank you for coming from Barovia. Now this lot of..." Oh goodness! And all the guards on the walls are like, what? And he's like banging his fingertips together and skipping up and down with joy.
What the fuck?
And all the guards on both sides are just like, they've never seen him like this, and they're just freaking out. But frozen in place, like, what's gonna happen? And he's like, after all this time, I was going to give up. I thought I would never see you. Oh, my dear sister. And he rushes forward towards Irina, who is also taken aback and just frozen in spot with her mouth open in surprise. And we shall stop there.
Oh my god, I'm so terrified. Why is that scarier than anything else? I don't know
That
why.
was the scariest shit that we've had. Other than the death house, that was the scariest shit we've had to deal.
Yeah, I had no idea what. I don't know why. That's all I have to say.
There's no question to completely encapsulate all of my confusion right now.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Cool.
Well, let's see what happens next week.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
Okay, thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Should we pop the stream off?
And yes, here we off. Bye everyone, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.